What is ACMA Trends? Well, it's an interactive cloud-based market research application that the ACMA developers built specifically for the life science industry. Now, we all know that market research traditionally has been an important part of developing sound strategy in medical affairs. It's so important. We're kind of in a new era today with COVID when it comes to interacting with healthcare providers and how they want to meet with, whether it's medical science liaisons or pharmaceutical reps. And traditionally, this type of market research was done looking at a snapshot of data at a point in time. So you would get that data as a PDF report, as a PowerPoint. And while this is okay, it does have limitations. It does have limitations because a lot of times by the time you get that PDF report, the data is outdated, right? It's already outdated. It might be a year or a few months since that data was collected originally. So this is what makes ACMA Trends so absolutely cool, is the fact that it's an interactive, dynamic application that's always collecting data. It's always collecting data. So what we do is the ACMA leverages its database of medical affairs and MSL professionals. ACMA, you may not know, actually has the largest database of medical affairs and MSL professionals in the world. So what we do is we leverage that database and we can actually work with you to give you different data cuts, to kind of put you in the driver's seat and filter out the data to show different cuts of the data that you like. And that's something that's absolutely really, really cool. Our research methodology is very robust. The ACMA uses online surveys, and we rely on two types of studies: longitudinal studies and cross-sectional studies. So we do our basic analysis, once we collected the data, regression analysis, then we visualize the data. So again, it's cloud-based, it's interactive, it's a customizable dashboard. So the user can actually log into this dashboard, look at different sets of data. It's a real-time data collection, real-time insights and analytics. And actually, when you're in the dashboard itself, you can even request new cuts of data that we'd be able to conduct for you in terms of specific customizable research. For example, we had one company that was really interested in surveying over 2,000 key opinion leaders, or external experts as they're called too nowadays. And they wanted to understand, what did those external experts think of their field-based medical or MSL team? Or what did they think? Were they up to par compared to other companies within these particular therapeutic areas? And that's absolutely data that we can collect for you. We collect data using all different types of online surveys, multiple choice, dichotomous, matrix, Likert scale questions. And there's a lot of value, right, to using ACMA Trends because it's a very fast way to reach your target audience with quick turnaround time. It's cost efficient, minimizes interview bias, and it's very scalable. So it's something that I absolutely recommend. You know, my vision and my belief is that ACMA Trends will become the market research standard in the industry, market research tool in the life sciences industry. I think it's going to be really, really a very widely used tool. We had so many inquiries about it from many of the companies in the biopharmaceutical industry space. You know, post-COVID, there's many more virtual interactions with healthcare providers. Many more interactions now have become virtual, especially initially with the lockdown. But we're seeing that now with Omicron. We're seeing now interactions are going back to mostly virtual. And what's interesting is that when you ask healthcare providers what they prefer, especially younger healthcare providers, many of them actually prefer virtual interaction. So it's kind of changed the dynamic, if you will, for a lot of the metrics that we use for field-based medical teams. And these are some of the things that we collect with ACMA Trends. So we're looking at things like how long, on average, are MSLs meeting with KOLs? How many KOLs are MSLs meeting with on average? And we can even break it out by particular therapeutic areas. What are the key performance indicators or metrics that are used to for MSLs when they're interacting with KOLs or for medical affairs professionals in general? We even have an MSL salary report as well. Actually, ACMA now has the largest MSL salary report in the industry, and it's continuously growing, and we're continuously collecting that data. So really, anything that you'd want to do within medical affairs, whether it was more strategic, operational, you know, some of the logistical things that you have to think about operationally within medical affairs, the ACMA can help with. So very excited about it. The user application is something that is really interesting because this application allows the individual to log in and actually be able to visualize the data how they like. So we have a lot of different reports that are available. One report is the MSL salary survey report. Another one is the report on key performance metrics. and key performance indicators for MSLs. And then we have another report that focuses on benchmarking within medical affairs and medical affairs operations. We actually have another one on medical information in general. And we're continuously collecting data. We're actually collecting data now on drug pricing and reimbursement. It's been a big area of focus for the ACMA and ACMA Trends in general, because as you guys can imagine, with a lot more specialty products, biologics, biosimilars coming to the market, there's been an interest in trying to understand how to price these products and what's happening in terms of the reimbursement models for these products. So very, very exciting. Thanks everyone for tuning in.